Imaginary friends can actually be broadly defined as something as simple as naming a stuffed animal, or having an actual friend that a child is talking to and interacting with and doing a whole activity with. And actually about 2/3 of kids at some point in their life will have something that meets that definition. Usually from the time a child can start talking, preschool age 2, 3 is the most common. You might see it into the early elementary school years, the first couple of years of elementary school. After that, it generally fades. The big reason that most people are interested in imaginary friends as a topic is because they're concerned that it might be something bad. Is it pre-schizophrenia? Is my child hearing voices? Do I need to be concerned? And the first thing is no, you don't. It's very, very normal. That's how children figure things out. That's how children learn. That's how children experience the world. It doesn't mean anything negative if they have imaginary friends. It's actually a positive, normal activity for them. Just like a security blanket or a favorite stuffed animal, you want your child to be creative. You want them to have things that make them feel safe and secure, and you want them to have things where they're playing. If they just play with things in a very structured way, that's not teaching them how to expand their mind. You want them to use things in creative and novel ways. That's why things like blocks and Legos and dolls that allow you to interact socially, that allow you to interact creatively, those are really positive. You want that imagination, you want that creativity, because it's a way for them to understand their world. You can participate in the process with them if you'd like. You can talk about the imaginary friend, or ask them questions, or kind of be involved. But what you really want to be careful of is letting them run the show. It's their imagination, it's their friend, it's their show to run. And so you can participate in the process, but you don't want to run it or guide it or tell them what the friend should look like or act like, or when they should be there or how they should act. One concern that a lot of parents have is that imaginary friends are an example of a problem with social interaction. And so they'll think, well, if my child is playing with imaginary friends instead of real friends, maybe they don't have social skills, or maybe they won't develop social skills, or maybe they have a problem with their social skills. And the research shows that that's just not true. There's no relationship, no correlation between a child's social skills and their engaging in imaginary play with an imaginary friend. The only things that you want to avoid are allowing the child to blame an imaginary friend for a negative behavior, which actually usually doesn't happen. In general, they'll take responsibility, and the imaginary friend is ultra good. But that's one thing you want to make sure is they're not using it as an excuse for negative behavior.